over 500,000 now. And look at those fleets of VTOLs coming in, delivering all the resources to Omega. And still no lag issues, guys. Look at that purple smoke. Oh man. So here it is, guys. Finally, we're done. And I've got to say, when the sunrise here, it's actually pretty impressive. I love it. Absolutely love it. All right. Well, I guess it's time to kind of like show you like what's happened and what's gone on and what changes I've made and all that kind of stuff. Where on earth should we start? How about we start with lag, right? Okay, well, as you can see, I'm living a pretty lag-free existence, guys. Right? Now, there is lag, but it's kind of isolated. Now, I'm running the same settings that I was. Let me just show you. So all I've done is turn the lighting and the shadows down to medium, running textures and geometry on high, but animation detail I've turned down to low. And it's just the volume of the traffic and the drones and all the rest of it. If you cut down that animation detail, really helps. Let's get back in the game. Right, so that's that. But also, if you do run into problems with lag, which and I can demonstrate this. If run your game on turtle speed when you want to like look around and move around and do stuff, right? If I crank this up to cheetah speed, right? See? Start to get some lag. It's a little bit jumpy, right? I mean, it's still okay. I mean, it's still bearable, but you can see it's not quite smooth, right? So there you go. There's your tip. Just switch it down to turtle speed. Lovely. Everything perfect again. Okay. Now you will find that when you switch overlays, that you will get some lag as well. It's one thing I've noticed. So we'll be looking at overlays, so you'll see that. Right, let's have a look at the numbers then, because this city has been all about the mechanics. It's been all about... Oh man, love those planes. Oh, I wish we'd got a good view of that. So, sorry, kitten, ball of string. What was I talking about? Numbers! This city's been all about the mechanics. It's been all about kind of understanding the new mods, understanding the bigger maps, understanding the implications of it. You know, what can you do, what can't you do, and for that it's been brilliant. This city has taught me so much about how to work with the new mods. Like when I first started this city, I was kind of like pretty uncomfortable, I have to say, with the new mods. But you know, now having spent some time with them, having put this together, I'm now going, yeah, I can work with this. You know, I can actually build stuff with this. Yeah, there are some limitations, but they're not crippling limitations. And they're getting better all the time. Like literally, you know, day by day, I've got the modders, you know, producing, you know, new stuff which solves my problems as I run into them. So it's very, very, very cool. Alrighty, let's look at the numbers then. So this is an OMG-Megacow, right? Money, it's a big deal. We're making just over 700,000 an hour profit. which is not too bad, but let's have a look at the detailed numbers, because there's much more to this. Now let's put the old Omega map on, and you'll probably see, oh no, it's come up straight away. Sometimes you'll get a lag of 2 or 3 seconds while it loads the overlays. Certainly if you're running on cheetah speed, that'll happen, but like I said, if you switch to turtle speed when you're kind of doing stuff, you shouldn't have too many problems. Right, let's have a look at the numbers. Residential, 100%. Commercial, bit low, 14%. Industrial, only 77%. God, I can't speak. And as you can see, it's all it's just like solid Omega signs up here. Now we're making Omega-Megacow profits of almost 900,000. But where we're kind of lacking, if you look at the, if you look up here, when I look at this, if you look at the residential gold member profits, which are the yellow buildings, you'll see that we've got like lots of red buildings, not so many yellow buildings. Residential gold member profits are only at like 200,000, and I mean, really, we should be getting that close to 100%, certainly up around 90-95%. So we're missing out on like over 300,000 worth of profit that we had in the original Omega-Megacow. So that would take us over the million easy. And when you look at this, we're actually like losing quite a lot of space, because I haven't developed anything down here. This top corner, because I've been having trouble with the plot points up here, so I just haven't bothered with it. So we've got quite a chunk here. This I could have optimized. I could have moved these factories up closer to the industry and put in more residential. I think if you really wanted to optimize this, you could probably get this up to, like, my original estimate was about 1.5 million. Certainly somewhere in that area, 1.5, yeah, 1.4, 1.5 million. I think you could probably squeeze out of this city if you really pushed it. But to be honest, guys, I'm going to leave this as it is, because I think the city's proved its point. So, like, that's the Omega, right? I don't think there's like a great deal more to show you. We're getting the majority of the industry done, but I would need to put the rest of the factories in over here, which I haven't done, which is why this stuff isn't getting populated. Yeah, I just think that I don't want to spend too much more time on this. I want to get. We've already spent like a ton of time on this. I think you guys want me to move on to other things. I certainly want to move on to other things. I've kind of had it with the mechanics. I want to do something aesthetic. I want to build something pretty or interesting. This was really cool, but time to move on. Right, let's finish looking at the numbers then, because some of this stuff is kind of sort of interesting. I haven't had any problems with the power and water since. I had one pump over here, the one that was there, started to run dry, so I took it out and put these two in. Other than that, I haven't touched the power and the water. Yeah, I think I'd got those pumps in, this bottom row of pumps, the last time you were here. I may have added that, I can't remember. Whatever. But yeah, no issues with the power and water. All the sewage, that's all fine. Garbage, As you can see, 39 of 41,000, and it's like midday. We're flying. No problems at all with the garbage. Although I did kind of start to play around with them a little bit. Let me show you. So with the version 2.0 of Skye Pack, you get Captain's full-on garbage mods, and it allows you to do things like pack them in a bit tighter on the snap points, which is really cool. So I did that, and I added a couple of extra burners, and because you've got extended snap points here, so you can see I've got like 4 here where you would normally only have 2. If you put them like this, you can actually put your trucks just in front of them, so you can actually get a very, very nicely optimized layout for your garbage dumps, like if you want to cram them in. And I managed to get this to stack them on this kind of, I don't know, I don't know, some kind of raised terrain, which I thought was kind of interesting, so I thought I'd show you that, leave that in. Quite cool. Alrighty, so that's the garbage. And I did the same on the other side. Let's whiz over to the other side. There you go. And yeah, so same deal. I put the burners on the original snap points. I put in a couple of extra, moved some of the trucks down just behind the burners, and that's all working pretty beautifully. I didn't bother putting any recycling in. You certainly could, and you can make a hell of a lot of money out of the recycling actually, because of the drones. The drones recycle and produce a hell of a lot of metals. So awesome. Fire. 0 buildings burned down per day. 40 of 41 fires extinguished. So fires virtually perfect. Deaths per day, yeah, we're running at around sort of the 30-40 mark, I think. Let me zoom out so you can actually see. We have got some pollution up this top end, which has kind of increased the number of sick people. But, you know, bearably. I mean, like, no issues, not affecting our happiness or our approval. Oh, look at the approval rate. 97%, for goodness sake. This is one happy city considering the conditions that they're living in. I think they're just completely high, you know, just completely off their faces on Omega. It must be some good stuff they're selling here, let me tell you. Alrighty, let's have a look at crime. Crime, 0 crimes committed per day. This is dropping down, but quite slowly. We're down to 727 now, and it's still going down, but it's only going down like a couple a day or something. Very, very slowly. So, but yeah, it's what it is. Education is pretty darn good. I've almost got it up to 5 bars. I have been having to repopulate this like frequently, and it's one of the reasons that I've left this gap here, because what I've been doing is just dropping in high density buildings, and you've probably seen during the time lapse I tried to pick up like that row of high density buildings, and actually, you know what, once they futurize, they look really, really good. I was really kind of tempted to leave them in, but I thought I'd show you kind of the vanilla version. Population 628,000 as we stand, which is not bad at all. Oh, see, look, little pause. Then you do get these little pauses occasionally, but yeah, other than that, like no lag problems. But you do get little pauses every once in a while. So students fine, but I think if we look at the education map, we'll find that we're missing students, and they're going from here and from here, and I have to keep repopulating the thing. I haven't repopulated for quite a while now, which is why this bare patch here is extended now down here. So yeah, I mean, you just need to bang in a bunch of high density buildings. Once they're built and the people leave, just knock them down again. Problem solved. What else? I haven't put in any mass transit. There's no mass transit in here because I just wanted to show you like the traffic. And the traffic is just basically like awesome. Let's have a look at the highways. Hopefully you can see that all of these should be being used. Let's go up here where we can actually see them all pretty easily. There is a tendency for them to use the inner lanes a little bit, but look, you can see cars on all the lanes. They are all getting used. It's a little bit heavier on the inner lanes, but yeah, they're all being used. And same over here. If I go and take a little gander on at this one, we should see. Yeah, we see we've got cars on these outer ones. Yeah, there's another one. Very cool. It's very cool at night, actually, I have to say, when this is all lit up and stuff. I will give you a little look at that. Now, what's going on over here? Because I've noticed that these aren't producing Omega currently. Oh, while I think about it, I wanted to show you, because somebody made a comment about, oh, you must have loads of homeless because you're constantly knocking down buildings and whatever, abandoned buildings. No, that's all settled down now. How many abandoned buildings have we got at the moment? We've got one abandoned building at the moment. And I haven't knocked down an abandoned building for ages and ages. That will actually come back to life. That'll repopulate. Give it time. That'll just come back to life. And I'll prove it to you, because you're probably thinking, oh, you know what, the sneaky bastard. He's probably knocked down all the abandoned buildings just before he started recording the video. Nah. Let's go and have a look at the homeless. How many homeless have we got? 0. There you go. 0 homeless. So, there you go. Kind of proves that point. Yeah, so like the whole city is working as intended. And like I said, I could spend time, I could refine this, I could probably get the profits up. Certainly over $1 million an hour. And I'm thinking probably 1.3, 1.4, 1.5 might be pushing it, I think. But certainly well over the 1 million mark. But no, I think that's good enough. I think that's good enough. And I've got to say, it's not. I've kind of got quite attached because I've spent so much bloomin' time here. I do actually kind of like this city. All right, you know what? Let me just fast forward a bit, and I'll give you a nighttime view, and we'll say goodbye to the OMG-Megacow. Okay, so you ready? Look, when the moon comes up, and it just catches all of these bridges. Oh man, I love that. Let's slow this down now. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I've got to say that, like, at night, this is actually quite a pretty little city. With all these bridges lit up at the back and these rows of blue lights. Just love it. Love it. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that the OMG-Megacow would actually turn out to be quite a pretty little city? Staggering. And I did think about putting some more stuff around, like putting some more utilities in here and playing around with this area and filling it out a bit more. But I thought, you know what, we're going to be doing that in other cities, like for a start, like over here, we're gonna do that whole thing over there. I want to get on with the academy stuff as well. So yeah, let's move on, guys. Wave goodbye. It's bye-bye to the OMG-Megacow. Thanks for all the fun. You've been a good little city and you've taught us a lot. Guys, if you've got any questions, leave me a comment. I'll see you for the next one. See ya.